Hey guys, so I'm kind of excited because the Star Trek mission crate has finally arrived. This is the collaboration with Loot Crate when they announced that they were going to be doing a Star Trek crate. I want to say it was like the end of summer last year, and they were inviting people to sign up for it, and then they ended up sending out like a kind of an apology teaser box because they said that the crate itself had been delayed. So we ended up getting like a box of stuff right at the end of December, mid to late December, that had just kind of some back stock of previous stuff that they'd provided in Loot Crate because the actual crate itself had been delayed. So it is finally here, and so I'm excited to check this out. The box is super cute. It is a mock-up of the Shuttlecraft Galileo from the Enterprise. So it'll be interesting to see if they keep this box design for the future boxes or if this is just kind of a one-off for the inaugural crate. If you're interested in the Star Trek mission crate, I will go ahead and include a link down below so you can check it out. But let's get in here and see what is in the Star Trek mission crate. And I'm assuming that they're going to be doing stuff across all the different series, but let's find out. The box itself is pretty light, so I'm really kind of curious to see what's in here. So we open up the Shuttlecraft, and it's got some graphics on the inside, and it looks like the first thing that we have right on top is the t-shirt. So it is a gray shirt with kind of a computer graphic on it, kind of like a grid matrix with the Enterprise on it. Let's take a closer look at it. So yeah, it's just like a kind of a blueprint almost of the Shuttlecraft, of the Enterprise. And it's kind of neat. I like the neon green aspect of it. So that's kind of a cool, pretty basic shirt. I like that. Okay, next up we have another box. And let's go ahead and just pull out everything so we can get a look at the box itself. Because it looks like, yeah. So I don't want to undo the whole box, but hopefully we can kind of get an idea that they've decorated the inside of the box as well with some images of like seats and the terminals and stuff for controlling the shuttlecraft. So that's kind of neat. Alright, so next up in here we have a Starfleet Division badge. And I got the medical class badge. So you'll see the little plus on there. So when you signed up for the crate, it gives you the opportunity to determine which segment of the ship you want to be a part of. And I believe it was medical security and operations. I don't really remember. I just focused on the medical one. And this is from Star Trek Discovery, which of course is the new series, which I can't watch because I don't have CBS streaming or whatever it is they made you sign up for. So I saw the initial episode, which was really cool, but I didn't continue with the series because I didn't want to pay for yet another streaming device. So but apparently it's got a magnetic clasp, so that's kind of neat. And it's pretty heavy. It's pretty durable, so that's cool. Star Trek Online. I've got a code that I can use for Star Trek Online, so I'm not going to be flashing that up, but there's that. Also in here, we have a Borg decal. Resistance is futile. I don't know if this is a window cling or if it's what it specifically it is, but that's kind of neat. This would have been a cool one to do the green kind of thing that they did on the shirt. But and then we have, oh, our spoiler card, which we're not going to look at just yet. We have a QM Mini Masters of the 1701D USS Enterprise. So this is next generation stock, so to speak. Got the emblem on the top with a window. We've got Jean-Luc Picard on the side. And then here is the information on the back. You can pause that if you want to read that. And it does say next generation up on the Picard side. So that's really cool. It's got a nice little stand in there that's kind of wiggling around in the box on it a little bit. But if you wanted to take it out of the box, you would have a way to display it. So that's neat. And then the last thing in here is... looks like it's a figure of Locutus of Borg. So it's a really kind of neat green and black box that kind of emulates what the Borg would look like. And, oh good, there's a visual. Okay, so I don't have to actually take it out of the box. Cool. Alright, so here's the figure. Hopefully that'll show up as I'm kind of maneuvering it around the glare. But there is Locutus of Borg. And he's got a nice little stand. And I like the fact that there is that visual window, so I don't have to take him out of the box. So, very, very cool. It is a Master Series. It says Latinum Edition. Is that, am I reading that right? I don't think that's what it's saying. Maybe it means limited edition, but it looks like it says Latinum Edition. I don't know. What do you think? Alright, so let's take a look at the card. Let's see. So, Mission 001, Wolf 359 is what the card says. Return to the events of Star Trek The Next Generation. Only 7.5 light years from Sol, a battle rages between the United Federation of Planets and the Borg Collective, led by a terrifying new adversary with a familiar face. So we have the Locutus of Borg figure, the mini master of the ship, the Borg assimilation T. Okay, so that's the green image over it, assimilating the Enterprise. The Resistance is Feudal decal, and then the Star Trek Discovery Starfleet Division badge. So the options were Command, Science, Operations, or Medical. And I'm, again, on the Medical. So here are the different badges depending on which division you chose. And again, I chose Medical. So... cool. Alright. So I'm kind of curious which item was holding things up in this process, but those are all of the items in the Loot Crate inaugural Star Trek mission crate, and of all of the Star Treks, Next Generation was definitely my favorite. It is the one that kind of made me a fan of Star Trek and kind of got me on board the Star Trek wagon. I've enjoyed all of them since then, of what I've been able to watch so far. But Next Generation was definitely more my jam than any of the others. So I appreciate that the inaugural one was kind of next gen focused. And it'll be interesting to see what the rest of the mission crates bring, especially in terms of like the box and how they're going to, you know, combine everything. Are they planning on doing kind of a focus on the different series in each box, or how that's going to play out? So you'll have to stay tuned and see what happens with this. If you're a Star Trek fan, definitely join me next time and we'll see how the crate plays out over the next year, and hopefully it does well. So we'll see. See you next time. Bye.